Well, let's bring in the independent journalist and creator Nick Shirley, who will be testifying in front of the House Judiciary Committee today on the fraud in Minnesota. Nick, it's so great to have you on. I first came to know about you when you exposed the pipeline of weaponized migration that came all the way from Venezuela through the Darien Gap and up to our country. So you were on the ground doing that. And here you are now in Minneapolis on the ground uncovering this. Really quickly, how did you get this tip?
Yeah, I had known about the fraud back in June, actually. Some locals inside Minnesota started telling me about the fraud. However, at that time, they were too afraid to speak out against the fraud because they were afraid of the backlash they might face inside of their own communities. And so over the past few months, I've been acquiring information, and the man in my video, the man by the name of David, he had all the information regarding all of the fraud. And so that's how I was able to go and make that video.
So the president saying that this scandal, this fraud, is now could be as much as $19 billion. It's just astounding amount of money. Based on the investigation that you've done, is it possible that that amount of money and how widespread this fraud is could have happened without the knowledge of local leaders, be it the mayor, Governor Walz, or even people like Ilhan Omar, the congresswoman who's from this area?
Yeah, I think a large portion of them knew about the fraud. I mean, Mayor Fry openly said on live national TV that the fraud is very real. And so I think it'd be wrong of us to say that they did not know about the fraud, because they have openly admitted to the fraud. And they've openly admitted to knowing that fraud has been going on for so long, and they hadn't done anything to stop it. That's why.
What's your best guess, if indeed they are complicit or somehow know about it? Do you believe that this is a money laundering scandal or just, straight up enrichment?
Maybe a bit of both. I mean, with them moving the money through the airports, that's not a secret.
That's right.
That millions of dollars has gone through the airports inside of Minnesota. And then it is interesting how Ilhan Omar's net worth has gone from negative to tens of millions of dollars. It
sure is. It sure is interesting. And by the way, the TSA is pretty much run by, it's almost, all of them are from the Somali community there in Minneapolis. So that, the fact that these luggages with cash went through is another interesting thing. Now, since you've done this report, I know you've been in that community trying to dig into more. Have you had any comments from the Somali community? Are they like, why are you here investigating? Or are some of them, embarrassed and saying, we're embarrassed and we want to help you because this shouldn't have happened?
Yeah, I haven't received any messages of people wanting to help combat the fraud. I have gone there since I posted my original video, and it did get pretty hostile. Literally, people were stopping outside of intersections to come and yell at me, saying this wasn't my job to speak about the fraud, that they had governors and they had attorney generals who were there to take care of the fraud. And I told them, well, plain and simple, they failed because American tax dollars have been stolen from people, whether it be from a Somalian man or from an American man. The whole point is that fraud is happening, and it does not matter what race you were.
Well, Nick, I haven't seen a lot of Somali Americans coming out and saying, our daycare centers are closed. We don't have a place to put our kids. Clearly, this was fraud. Nick Shirley, you're doing great work as a young independent journalist, and we're proud to have you on. Thank you. By the way, you can watch the